Autoline Daily is brought to you by Bridgestone. For drivers who want to get the most out of their cars, it's Bridgestone or nothing. Dow Automotive Systems, improving durability and increasing design flexibility with Betamate structural adhesives at dowbetamate.com. And by Hyundai. Experience the 2011 Hyundai Sonata today at HyundaiSonata.com.
This is Autoline Daily for September 20th, 2011, and here is what's going on in the world of the automobile. For the first time in its history, GM's board of directors held a meeting outside of the United States. Where'd they go to? Where else? To China. GM's chairman Dan Akerson even arrived at the meeting in an Envy concept vehicle. He also announced a joint project to develop a new electric vehicle architecture in China with GM's joint venture partner, SAIC. The EVs they developed together will be sold in China under the Shanghai GM and SAIC brands. But they will also use this architecture to build and sell EVs elsewhere in the world on their own. The Chinese government is forcing automakers to share their EV technology with their joint venture partners if they want to get government subsidies for the EVs that they sell in China. And while GM's expanding in China, Ford is adding dealers and more models to sell in Indonesia. The total Indonesian market is relatively small. Only 850,000 vehicles were sold there last year, and so far this year, Ford has only sold around 11,000 vehicles. But Indonesia is the fourth most populous country in the world after China, India, and the United States. So automakers expect the market there to grow strongly. Meanwhile, Japan is still reeling from the strength of the yen, which is making Japanese products very expensive. So now Nissan says it's going to buy a lot more cheaper parts from China and South Korea. In fact, at Nissan's Kyushu plant, which makes the Murano and Rogue, 90% of all the parts needed to make those cars will be imported from low-cost countries. GM believes police departments in the U.S. will buy more of its rear-drive Chevy Caprice models once it starts offering them as patrol cars. Ward's reports so far it's only selling detective versions of the cars and has delivered 400 cars with 6-liter engines. GM also plans to offer its Chevy Impala police car with a new V6 that's more powerful and gets better fuel economy. And currently, GM controls about 25% of the police car segment in the American market. Just when you think Saab is on the brink of collapse, the company finds another way to stay alive. Bloomberg reports that Saab just received a $95 million bridge loan from Deutsche Bank after Saab secured collateral from a Chinese investor. Also, the company is still seeking court protection from creditors, which, if granted, would prevent bankruptcy and ensure Sweden covers its employees' wages.
I'm Seamus McElroy from the high-end address of Carmel, California, with a look at the latest in German luxury. That report's coming up next.
I got this one, old man.
For drivers who want to get the most out of their cars, it's Bridgestone or nothing.
When you think of the California coast, two words come to mind: beauty and power. And those two words also describe the BMW 6 Series, especially the all-new 650i Coupe. It follows the convertible, which was released earlier in the year. The Coupe has a longer body, longer wheelbase, and is also wider than the previous model. But that's not all that's new.
So the 650i Coupe has been completely redesigned inside and out. It has a total new design, but still looks like a 6 Series and very much looks like a BMW. It's also equipped with the twin turbocharged V8 engine, 400 horsepower, 450 pounds-foot of torque, 0 to 60 in 4.9 seconds. The vehicle has a lot of new equipment that's standard, such as 19-inch wheels, comfort access, which allows you to lock, unlock, and start your engine without taking the key out of your pocket. Rear view camera is standard, which pops out of the rondelle on the back of the vehicle. 20-way multi-contour seats, as well as Nappa leather.
Customers also get 2 transmission choices.
The vehicle comes standard with a 6-speed manual transmission or an 8-speed sport automatic. The North American market is the only market that will get the 6-speed manual, which is only available in the rear-wheel drive models. The X-Drive and 640 models won't have the manual. But for us as the enthusiast brand, and it's really an emotional, fun-to-drive vehicle, we wanted to make sure that for our customers that we continue to offer the manual transmission in North America.
A manual just for the US? We must be in the bizarro world. The Coupe moves from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 4.8 seconds, and the top speed is electronically limited to 155 miles per hour. Driving the car is a blast. Handling is improved thanks to front and rear axles made mostly out of aluminum. And electronically controlled shock absorbers adapt to both the road surface and the driver's style to help improve the ride. And to make driving even more enjoyable, the driver can choose several driving modes, which alter shift characteristics, the shock absorbers, power steering boost assistance, and the tuning of the throttle response. As you would expect, the 650i Coupe is loaded with technology. BMW Connected Drive, which controls the infotainment system, convenience features, and more is available, as well as night vision with pedestrian recognition, lane departure and lane change warning systems, and optional adaptive LED headlights.
Thanks for that report, Seamus. Look for the BMW 650i Coupe at the beginning of October with a starting price of just under $84,000. And then don't forget to tune in to Autoline After Hours this Thursday night. Our guest is Clay Dean, the head of advanced design at General Motors. And the latest effort out of his shop is the sensational Cadillac Ciel. Make sure to get your questions in for the show as we get Mr. Dean to talk about where he sees design headed in the future. And that is the top news in the global automotive industry for today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.